friends, welcome back to another YouTube video, and welcome back if you're out here trying to find out who the winner is from last week's giveaway. I'm going to mention that at the end because, you know, I like to keep you waiting, I like to keep you on your toes. So today is going to be a HIIT versus Plyo calorie burn challenge. You know, someone said, why don't you do those calorie burn challenges anymore? And I thought, why don't I do those calorie burn challenges anymore? So that's what I'm going to do in today's video. I want to compare a HIIT session, a 20-minute HIIT session, with a 1-hour Plyo session. Because often we think, well, HIIT is the best way to burn fat. It's the most time-efficient workout, and it is. It is the most time-efficient, but is it the most effective way to burn fat? Or is there potentially something else that is more effective? That's why we have the calorie burn challenges. In today's video, I'm going to be comparing a 20-minute HIIT session where I'm working for 10 minutes. So I'm going to be doing 30 seconds on, 30 seconds rest, and then I'm going to compare that to a 1-hour Plyo/explosive session where I'm still going to be doing 10 minutes of work time, but I'm going to have much longer rest periods. And I feel like this is really interesting because we often see like headlines that say burn fat quick with HIIT or time efficient workout, and those headlines in articles, they're not wrong, but we just interpret them in thinking that time efficiency means effectiveness, and it doesn't necessarily mean effectiveness, because if we had a little bit more time, then maybe there's a more effective workout. With HIIT sessions, you actually get very little rest time, so you end up feeling really exhausted and actually you feel very fatigued, so your actual output, your actual exertion is not the same as your rate of perceived exertion, which is how you feel. Whereas if I had longer rest times, I feel like I could actually go to a full exertion. Like my actual exertion would be high, but then my rate of perceived exertion won't be as high because I won't be as fatigued. So that's kind of what I'm thinking is going to go along those lines, but we'll just have to wait and see. Now, it is just me, so this is more of an experiment to make you think. It's nothing too serious. I'm just doing it because it's a little bit of fun, and also I like to challenge you guys, you know, challenge, like switch up, make you think about your training. Before we go into it though, I just want to have like a couple of disclaimers. The first one is calorie trackers. Honestly, every time I do a video, I always get comments saying, where is your heart rate monitor from? What calorie tracking app are you using? I personally never use them in my own training. I don't find them helpful. I think it breaks down like the nice relationship I have with exercise, which is that I just enjoy moving and I enjoy sessions and I can listen to my body. My body knows, usually at that 1-hour mark, where it's just like, okay, we're done. I feel pretty good, we're done. Whereas with calorie like tracking apps and heart rate monitors, A, they're not super accurate, but B, it makes us focus on like numbers. That's why I don't really recommend calorie trackers, unless maybe your coach is using them and you're at a very elite level where small changes can make a big difference to your training, etc. But for the vast majority of us, I don't think they're that useful. The other thing I wanted to mention also is that this video is not about burning as many calories as possible in every single workout. That's not what this video is about. I think training should be something that you love and that you enjoy. Whereas with calorie like tracking apps and heart rate monitors, A, they're not super accurate, but B, the whole calories in versus calories out approach, like it's quite crude in the way it looks at things, and it doesn't account for our metabolism changing or things happening over a long period of time. And now I've mentioned those and everything else, let's get into it. So the first day is going to be HIIT, then I'm going to take one rest day, and then I'm going to do a Plyo session. So right now, I'm going to go to the gym and do a HIIT session. I'm going to measure my heart rate for the session, and then I'm going to measure my heart rate for 11 hours and 40 minutes after that. So we've got a good 12-hour window where we can see how many calories I've burned, and I'm going to do the same thing on the Plyo day. So on the Plyo day, I'm going to measure how many calories I burn in the hour, and then 11 hours post-exercise. So again, I've got a 12-hour window, and we can compare the results at the end. So I'll see you guys at the gym. Okay, I'm about to start my HIIT session. Got my heart rate monitor on. I'm going to start that, and then I'm going to start my 20 minutes HIIT. All I need to do is just sync all like the stopwatches, because that's what can get me really confused sometimes. Headphones in. Mario, if you're trying to contact me, not going to happen. These are so loud. That's so loud. I love you.
the love you gave. I can take the pain away right now. I pray for the worst to go. Tomorrow will be kind to you. You done been through hell, I just wanna bring you back. Heaven is a drug you don't wanna do without. Loving you is diamonds and you so all of that.
We've done it. That's it. 20 minutes. I'm dead.
I've heard this song about 40 times.
I think they only have a playlist of about 5 songs. And now I'm tracking for the rest of the day. So you see my heart rate is at 120 beats. That's dropped pretty quick. Go me. That's that cardiovascular health we're talking about here.
Ready? You ready?
I'm ready. Exercise done. You see all the spikes with a long rest period, so I finished 20 minutes of training. In HIIT I burned just over 200 calories after 20 minutes of training. Thing is, now I'm getting more rest time, so actually, even though I've burnt slightly fewer calories, I feel like I could easily keep going. Whereas with HIIT, I felt fatigued, I didn't feel like I could do any more. And the other point is that I've only done a third of the work time. So yesterday I did 10 minutes of work time. Here I've only done 3 minutes and a bit, and I've burnt close to the same amount of calories. Honestly, like, my recovery is just way better right now. I feel like I can actually give everything to every single set. Also, I've got like another 30 seconds of rest and I actually feel really good now. My hair tie's not holding up, so good old pony never lasts out.
Say you don't believe the love you gave. I can take the pain away right now. I pray for the worst to go. Tomorrow will be kind to you.
I know I'm gonna get asked this because I always do, but I promise I'm bringing back these bands. No one's expecting us to sell out that quick. We had to change factories, so little logistic things, but I promise, they're coming back very soon. Because they're custom colours, some of the factories get a little bit confused with it all, so just bear with us.
Loving you is diamonds and you so all of that. You deserve all the love you.
I don't know, I'm doing 10 minutes. Last exercise, we're doing jumping lunges. So I actually did jumping lunges in HIIT, but if you can see in my previous footage, my form is starting to go, I wasn't jumping high enough. So actually, my actual exertion wasn't that high, even though I felt like I was actually dying. So now you'll see with proper form, like as much as my body can actually exert, with proper recovery, you can see me doing the jumping lunge. One hour on the dot. I burnt 528 calories. Now, if you remember yesterday, I burnt 200 in my HIIT session. So even though per minute of being at the gym, I burnt more in the HIIT workout, I did exactly 10 minutes of exercise, so it's the same. But in today's workout, I burnt 2.5 times as much. And my rate of perceived exertion was a little bit lower because I felt like I was well rested. And for me, overall, it was a more enjoyable session. But aside from that, I'm going to keep measuring my heart rate over the next day, and then we'll reconvene and we'll have a little chat about it, see what we find. Let's talk results. After I did that plyo workout, I then measured my heart rate for another 11 hours. So now I've got the plyo workout results and the HIIT results. So let's just compare them. So in the HIIT workout, in 20 minutes, I burned 205 calories. And then in the following 11 hours and 40 minutes, I burned, put these down because I know I forget, I burned 1,349 calories. So in total, in that 12-hour window, I burned 1,554 calories. That was for HIIT. Now in the plyo/explosive session, I burned 528 calories in that hour session, and in the 11 hours post-exercise, I burned 1,297 calories. So in my 12-hour window, in total, I burned 1,827 calories. So the difference between the 2 days was 271 calories. That's quite a big difference, and I think the important thing to realize is that the work time was exactly the same. The only thing I changed here was the amount of rest time that I had, which means that I was able to exert myself with more intensity in the plyo/explosive session compared to HIIT, because in HIIT, you guys can see I even compared like the jumping lunges. In my HIIT session, the jumping lunges were like, well, should we even call them jumping lunges? They were like barely, but you can see that I was basically really fatigued and I was really struggling to put out that intensity. So it felt really hard and my rate of perceived exertion was really high, but my actual exertion was quite low compared to the plyo/explosive session. There, my rate of perceived exertion was actually lower than the HIIT session, but my actual exertion was a lot higher. Rest does wonders. But you can kind of apply that to general training. So if you're trying to go intense, like all the time, really going for it, and your rate of perceived exertion is super high all of the time, then actually your intensity drops, even though you feel like you're giving your everything. So if you take that and you apply that to like years of training, imagine how much more your intensity could have been if you'd given yourself more rest time. So I think that's super important to remember. But this video isn't about like a right or wrong. Like, I'm not saying that HIIT is worse than a plyo explosive session. I'm just saying it's important to know this so that you can use those tools and make them fit in with your lifestyle. If you're super busy, and I will do short HIIT sessions when I'm super busy, I don't have time to do an explosive session. So I will still do HIIT sessions. I still think they're really time efficient and you still get great results from them. So that's not the point of this video, is to like shun HIIT sessions. It's just to make you realize that there are other tools available. If you had a little bit more time, those options are available for you. I think that's kind of like the conclusion of the video. Now for the giveaway, because I know that's why some of you came here. Some of you don't care about Plyo or HIIT. Maybe some of you don't even work out, and that is completely fair enough. And some of you guys even say that you'd watch my videos even if it was just to watch paint dry. So for that, I really appreciate it. But now I'm going to announce the giveaway winners. Honestly, reading all of your messages saying how proud you were of any changes that you made me so proud of you. I was literally scrolling down for so long and I had the biggest smile on my face because I was so happy for you guys, and I wish I could pick more winners. So that's why I'm going to keep doing giveaways for as long as I'm on YouTube, just in the hope that all of you guys win. So thank you guys so much. Now I'm going to announce the winners, and I think I may be pronouncing your names wrong, and for that I'm really sorry, but let's try and go for it. I'm probably going to get this wrong. Right, first one is Alyssa Wizzle. Wizzle. I think Alyssa Wizzle. Alyssa I got right. Auguste Dudutite. Auguste, or maybe Auguste Dudutite. Dudutite. Is that Italian? Either way, both of you girls have won, so congratulations. Make sure to go on Instagram and DM me. Otherwise, I'm gonna be hunting you down. I've hunted down some giveaway winners before, and trust me, I'm relentless. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for entering. I love you. Give me a big thumbs up if you like this video. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more, and I will see you guys next time. Alright, bye.